We're starting the day in Disney's Hollywood Studios. I've mentioned this before. The tagline is the Hollywood that always was and never will be. Big pylon with some cables, and that leads to a station over here. This is the new Skyliner that they're putting in, which will take you from some of the resorts around the park. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't know if we'll ever ride it because we don't stay on property anymore, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. I always like Sorcerer Mickey because I'm a big D&D player, but I like how they filled the buckets for the walking brooms with ornaments, and he also has an ornament in his hand. Very nice. It's like the twinkle lights in the, well, they're not twinkling right now, in the trees. Trees, bushes. Wow, obviously it's early in the morning. I expect during Christmas time in Hollywood Studios, which has that old Hollywood feel, to see the decorations being very old Hollywood, like this silver tinsel. I remember when I was growing up, we had a silver Christmas tree, tinsel Christmas tree that we put up years and years and years. It looked really nice when you put the lights on it because they would reflect. It was very much like this, what you see here. Pretty neat. Here we are on the big rush in. You can't go all the way into the park yet, that's why we're going slow. So I wanted to show you some of the decorations. They have trees up there. This is Oscar's, the car service. They have an old car up front. Hey, this one's an old tow truck. More decorations here. And I really like how they have decorations going across the street. They used to do this in Magic Kingdom similarly, but one of the parades has floats that are too high, so now they have them across the sides instead of along the top. I really like the lit up on the signposts there with the shooting stars. Such an old style design. Dancing Christmas ornaments. Wreaths with poodles in them. I don't know if you can see that. That's crazy. Everyone's going to be rushing to Toy Story Land, which opened earlier this year. We've been there, and we'll book back to it later today, but we're going to run for the Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror area. That's why we don't mind going slow through here, because we're going against the traffic. More retro decorations, the poodle dogs. I'm gonna remember these from the 50s, but I was in the 50s, but I remember them being from the 50s, but I don't remember them being Christmas related. There's also the giant Christmas tree out in the middle of the lake. And there's Gertie the dinosaur. She's wearing her Santa hat. It's falling the other way, so you can't see it very well. There's that old style Santa up there. Old style bells. There's a reindeer back there.
The umbrellas.
More trees. And then they have these umbrellas that look like Christmas trees over there. They even have stars on top. Just gorgeous. They have ornaments floating, quote unquote, in the lake. Actually, I think they are floating. They're just tethered. I just love these retro decorations. They're amazing. They remind me of when I was a youth, like a really young youth, for these tinsels, colored, and just the designs themselves. It's just a very old style Santa. Just like Epcot, beautiful, giant Christmas tree. Can't wait to see what that looks like at night. Here's a better shot of Gertie. Back, honestly. to get to Toy Story Land. We went to the right, heading towards the Hollywood Tower Hotel. That's the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. To the left of that is the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Not much is open this morning, like the Sunshine Day Bar, Anaheim Produce, Mouse About Town, Clothiers. Oh, I guess Santa is in that store over there. I mean, not at the moment, but that's where he will be. They also have a Beauty and the Beast show in the theater here. And at night, they do a show called Fantasmic. See the sign there? It takes place in a theater that's behind what you see over there. Giant sort of amphitheater. And there's water features and fireworks. Lots of sound, live actors. Pretty good show. We think it's a lot better in Disneyland, but it's pretty good here too. First ride of the day was the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. It's all indoor roller coaster. It's in the dark, except for a few like black lighted signs. They play Aerosmith songs, different ones depending on when you ride, in the car itself, so the music travels with you rather than being ambient throughout the whole ride. And you don't do a true loop-de-loop ever, but you do a couple of corkscrews, and one you do a corkscrew into a drop, which is pretty cool. We are on our way to the Tower of Terror right now. We have fast passes for both these attractions, but while it's slow in the morning, it's a good opportunity to ride them so we can have more than one per day. The hotel is part of the storyline where it's this hotel that got struck by lightning, which is why there's all that damage up there. But it's supposed to be this old haunted hotel. So everything looks old and dilapidated. Walt never wanted any of his outdoor attractions, or at least the outside of the attractions, to look dilapidated. That's why the Haunted Mansion looks so good from the outside, but it's terrible on the inside. So I don't know if he would have been very happy about this attraction because it looks cruddy on the outside, because it's meant to for the theming. He may have gotten over it. Then you walk inside to the lobby that was once brilliant, but never really was. Everything in here just seems vaguely sinister. And there is a pre-show involving Rod Serling from the Twilight Zone.
Imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite.
We just finished the Tower of Terror for the second time. So we've ridden the Rock and Roller Coaster twice and the Tower of Terror twice. We haven't had to use our fast passes. In fact, since we were able to do that without fast passes, we canceled all our fast passes in Hollywood Studios and made them for Magic Kingdom, which we'll be at tonight. One thing to keep in mind when you're making fast passes is all of your fast passes have to be in the same park when you make them in advance. And then once you use up those fast passes, you can make new fast passes one at a time, and you can have your other fast passes be in another park. So if we'd used all of ours here, then we would have had to do one at a time in, say, Magic Kingdom when we got there. But since we're riding everything we want to without using the fast passes, it's better for us to cancel our fast passes here and just do ones over there, so that when we go tonight, and it'll be busier than it was yesterday, we'll be able to ride some rides and practically walk on them. We're on our way now to Star Tours, see if maybe we can ride that once or twice, and then we're gonna head back to Toy Story Land to wander around there. We're probably not gonna ride the rides back there because they're insane right now, and they're okay.
They're not meant for us.
I think kids would enjoy them better, and it's not like I don't like riding them, but I enjoy these other ones more, so that's what I put my time and attention into.
Force is the energy that connects
If you
all
have little
living things.
Padawans, you can take them to the
Surrounds
Jedi
us.
training
It
for
flows
Star
through us.
Wars. There's
It
all those
binds the
kids up
galaxy
there.
together.
They go through a little bit
You
of
students have
training.
proven to be sensitive to the Force, but were you destined to become Jedi?
This is right next to where Star
We'll
Tours
soon find
is.
out. It's time to face the trials of the Temple. Now, you may have heard the Temple is dangerous. That's not quite true. The Temple is no danger to you, however, every trial is different and may require you to face your fear. What we fear can oftentimes feel very dangerous indeed. But you're here because you have strength, because you have courage. Use those in your training and you will be successful. Elbach, thank you. Please, you and Jax, prepare our students. We'll begin by learning to use the weapon of the Jedi, which is what, students? That's correct, the lightsaber. An elegant weapon from a more civilized age.
That's right. With one of these, you should be able to face anything that comes out of that temple.
As you can see, Nedris is quite skilled with the lightsaber.
Well, I learned from one of the best.
Well, it's now time for the student to become the teacher. Nedris, you will lead the lesson.
Really?
Yes, I believe you're ready. Teach.
The first stop on your Star Tours getaway package. Stay and play in the clouds and enjoy the spectacular Fantasy in the Sky fireworks pageant every single night. The fun continues on the forest moon of Endor, where you'll sleep under the stars with the lovable Ewoks in their charming tribal villages. Your third stop brings
Yeah,
you
if the
to
Ewoks don't eat you, that is.
Alderaan, where you can relax in a natural wonderland recently voted safest planet in the galaxy by Hyperspace Traveler.
G219, what exactly are you doing down there?
I was just seeing if any of these passengers might want to apply for a job in the exciting world of spaceport security.
I may have one available.
Really? What job is that?
Yours, if you don't get back to work.
He is such a kidder. I hope. Hey, who's going to Mustafar? Anyone? I just have one question. Why? That is one hot planet. It's something like 373 degrees Kelvin. Well. What have we here? Seems like someone ignored the fact that animals are not allowed in checked baggage. I'm sorry, no droids are allowed in this launch. What? You're not a droid? Oh, well, my apologies. Actually, that was a compliment. What a cute toy Ewok! Some lucky young is getting a very nice present.
Available seat. Galactic regulations require that all carry-on items be safely stowed beneath your seats. To fasten your restraint, use the yellow strap to pull the belt out from the right side of the seat and snap the belt into the buckle on your left. For your safety, remain seated throughout your flight with your restraints securely fastened, and please watch your children.
Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados, con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado,
I love how she
y
has a
cuiden a
little
los
head
pequeñitos.
switch and her eyes blink when she switches
Do not
between
put on your
languages.
flight glasses until instructed to do so by a crew member. One final reminder, smoking and photography are never permitted on any Star Tours flight. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask a Star Tours agent. You'll be boarding in just a few moments. Thank you.
It's raining enough that I had to resort to the poncho. Star Tours was a lot of fun. They showed, recently they've been showing their newer scenes every time we do it, but this time it was one of the older scenes. You can't see this, but over there are Chip and Dale in their holiday outfits. Oh, I'm gonna turn this around. I don't know if you can see them back there. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, they changed one of the endings. There was this one point where you were in the Naboo and the blockade and such, where you land and the cone of one of the ships that you run into smashes through your windshield. But in this case, that doesn't happen anymore. Instead, the robot gets mad and throws paint on your windshield. We found that interesting that they would change that, or why they would change that. But anyway, it was a difference that we hadn't seen before. I know it's the back of them, but there's the view of Chip and Dale in their holiday outfits. That's pretty neat, actually. We might try to go see them if the line's not too long, because I love Chip and Dale. Fall as we go into Toy Story Land. See all the people in their ponchos and umbrellas. I switched to my waterproof jacket, but I think this is going to be heavy enough for rain that I'm going to have to put my poncho back on. It's going to start soaking through here pretty soon. You can see Slinky Dog Coaster straight ahead. Still running. And there it goes. And it's still running, which I'm kind of surprised, because a lot of times the roller coasters will stop in the rain, but that one's not really a thrill ride kind of roller coaster, so it's probably doing okay. We went to Woody's Lunchbox to get the tachos. They are $8.99, and there's quite a bit of them here. It's a good sized portion. We're going to be eating in about an hour and a half our lunch, but we're splitting our lunch. Usually we get an appetizer and then a main dish. This is going to be our appetizer. We've had it before, we really like it, we wanted to try it again. Love the attention to detail here. So you've got your classic Tinker Toy construction set. You have a cootie up there. These are just the restrooms over here. They're all blocks. Girls over there in blocks, and then boys over here also in blocks. And then you have the game of cootie over there. And at the end, it's a cereal box called Last O's, sugar frosted Last O's of corn and oats. Your critters will love them, as seen on Woody's Roundup. I do like cereal. This is a cross from the Alien Swirling Saucers, which is a ride that you get in and it goes around in a circle and it'll do these, you're in a vehicle that'll sort of whip around. It's a lot of fun. If you've been on the Mater ride in California Adventure, it's a lot like that. I feel like Mater's a little better, but I like these kinds of rides. They're simple, but they're still very fun. Not surprisingly, they promote Star Wars here in Hollywood Studios. So this is the Kylo Ren meet and greet, which we did. I'll put that picture here. Next to him is the Wookiee, Chewbacca. That is a longer wait. And BB-8 is upstairs. I'm not sure if we're going to do that or not, but maybe. They have some movie props. I don't think they're replicas. They probably are the movie props, but it doesn't really say. I like the lucky dice. Chewbacca's goggles. The currency is pretty neat up there too. Yeah, Mandalorian symbol. And costume.
One, Mommy, because I was outside. Mommy, that's the new ship coming in somewhere. Yep. And that gets an upgrade.
We're having lunch at the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater restaurant. Inside, it's made up to look like an old-style drive-in movie theater. You sit in cars and have your meal there, while B-roll of old movies shows on a screen. So here we are sitting in a car vehicle table thing. There's a screen up there. And all the way around are other people sitting in cars. And in the very back, they have, you know, what would be the concession stand. And there's also some tables back there, like if you had some tables outside the concession stand. It's a pretty neat place. Sometimes it's a little hard to eat because you can't see your food very well. So we decided to get the golden margarita, which is triple sec, sweet and sour, and some kind of tequila. Their drinks are usually pretty good here. So we've got this size, and this is $12, which is not inexpensive. It's pretty good, and you can taste the alcohol, so it's not completely devoid of alcohol like you'd expect. It's sort of like a Slurpee that happens to be alcoholic, but so frozen margarita drink. I enjoy it. On our way out of Hollywood Studios, heading to the Magic Kingdom. We have annual passes, so it doesn't matter if we park hop, but we enjoy spending the morning, early afternoon in one park, and then going to another park in the evening. During times when it's hotter, we'll usually go back and rest, but we're feeling pretty good right now, so we're gonna head directly into Magic Kingdom. But since we don't really have any fast passes till later, it's a good opportunity to just sort of go slow and enjoy the people watching, and maybe get some little snacks and just enjoy the ambiance, which we're not good at. Usually we're go, go, go kind of people, so this is a good opportunity for us to stop and smell the roses.